We got a comic now. His hometown is Denver, Colorado. I think you guys like a lot of the things they make there. Correct? Coors Light. Yep. All right. Let's get loud here right now for Evan Hull, everybody.
So sincere, but don't get out of line. AI and it's time hard not
How we doing? We good? Yeah, cool. I am from Colorado. We gotta talk about this weed thing, guys. We gotta talk about this legal weed thing. I am all for it, just because at least now everyone will shut the fuck up about it, you know? Because, like, I'm not like a weed guy. It just doesn't really do anything for me. Like, either that or it does just, like, way too much for me. You know, like, if I smoke weed, I'm either, like, a little bit dumber or I can hear my fingernails growing. You know? And all the time, people are like, oh, you just haven't found the right strain for you, you know? And I'm like, okay, in my experience, there's two strains. There's the one where I fall asleep, and there's the one where I quietly shriek before falling asleep. That's all there is. That's it. You guys gotta know, too, that, like, the only thing that happens when you legalize weed is that, you know, stoners have nothing left to talk about. Like, that's it. Literally, the day we legalized weed, all the potheads in Colorado were like, well, shit, that was pretty much our plans for the day. So, what are we gonna do now? How about we fix our roads and schools? And they did. It's the only time weed made everyone more productive. It was amazing. It's like legalizing weed was like we just had to get it out of the way so we could like do real shit, you know? Yeah, legalizing weed is like, it was like, for liberals, legalizing weed is like jerking off first thing in the morning, you know? Like, you just gotta do it so you can be productive, you know? And have a good day. That's it. It's great. I don't know, people worry, like, people always say, you know, if we legalize weed, there's gonna be more drugs in the hands of young people. But when you think about it, most weed dealers right now, as it stands, are 16-year-olds. Like, they have all of the weed. The pot shops will put them out of business. That's what we need. I currently buy weed from a kid named Zach, whose mom loves him way more than she should, you know? Legalizing weed is gonna ruin his business model. He's gonna have to sell his dirt bike. It's gonna happen, you know? Get his shit together. Also, like, it's not high schoolers you gotta worry about. It's like white moms and all of their friends, you know? They're the ones who are getting way too high. And I know this because I have a white mom and she has friends, okay? And they all have the exact same story, which is like, I took half of an edible, it didn't work in 20 minutes, so I took another edible, a whole one, and then I got so high I went into menopause 10 years early. Wild. Because the thing is, like, today's weed is like 70s weed on meth, you know? So they think that just because they smoked a couple groovy doobs back in the day means that they're ready to try a weed called Anger Venom OG. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't happen that way. That's another thing. Have you noticed that they name the weeds like warnings of what's gonna happen to you? Like, you go into the dispensary and they're like, so this is our new strain. It's called Holy Shit, My Eyebrows Hurt. This next one is it's an indica sativa blend. It's called Neck Punch. You're gonna find out. You'll find out. And this last one over here is just called Ha! Ha! That's the whole thing. That's it. Has anyone in here ever, like, actually been in a dispensary? Yeah? It's like, so for those of you who have not, it's a lot. Like, it's wild. Like, you go in there and they make you like sit in a waiting room, and then a guy comes and gets you and he's like, hey, I'm Seth, I'm gonna be your KEO today. That's Kush Executive Officer. And you're like, which, by the way, I learned you do not need a business degree for that, just so you know. And then he like leads you through, he gives you like a tour of the shop, and he's like, here's our edibles, our drinkables, our lotions, our oils, our tinctures, our flowers. And you're like, dude, just fucking make me drive around the block with you and put it in a bag. I don't care. I just want, like, I get that it's legal, but make me feel like it's not, you know? That's what I want. Feel like it's not. I don't know. I just don't know, like, I don't know anything about weed. They need to make a dispensary for people like me that's just called, like, my brother's weird friends dispensary, you know? And it's just like a guy in a parking lot, and he sells it out of his Celica. And it's just legal. That's what it is. Cool. How are we? Do we good still? Do we like me so far? That's good. That's good. That's what I need, you know? To be a friend of mine, I literally, like, it's low maintenance. You just have to, like, once a month be like, no one's mad at you. That's all it is. That's all it is. You got me for life. I want to tell you guys something. I fucked up pretty bad earlier this week. I attempted to buy myself a membership at a gym for children. Here's what happened. I woke up Monday morning, I was looking in the mirror, and I was like, man, I gotta do something to sort of, you know, tame this rapidly decaying former athlete physique. I gotta go find a gym, and I found this gym by my house. It's called The Little Gym. And I did not know it was a gym for children at the time. Now that I know, super well named. Like they hit the nail on the head with that one. But at the time I was like, oh, that's a really cute name for a normal adult gym. And I was like, oh, maybe it's like a minimalist gym. Maybe it's like a mom and pop shop of gyms, you know? And so I called The Little Gym. And I was like, hey, what's like your membership fees? And they were like, it's $40 a year. Holy shit. I was like, $40 a year? That's amazing. And she was like, yeah, but you know, you pay for classes. And I was like, well, do you have to be in classes, or is there sort of like a free workout kind of thing? Which is when she said, well, how old's your child? And I thought that was a really weird question. So I said, oh, don't worry, I don't have a child. And looking back, that's exactly what she was worried about. So then there was like a super, super long silence, like a real child molesty silence, you know? And then I realized what was happening. I went, oh. And she said, that's okay. And then I tried to make a joke, and I said, well, you know, I'm a kid at heart. Maybe I'll pop in sometime. No laugh. She did not like that at all. And then I said something way worse, which is, okay, I'll talk to you soon. And she hung up on me. Now, in my defense, I did not realize it was a gym for children because I did not realize that children needed gyms, you know? Like, I thought one of the nice things about being a child was not needing abs. I thought we were doing that. So the short of the story is I'm not a pedophile, but I do have to go door to door and tell my neighbors that I'm an idiot. So, all right, thank you guys. You've been great.
And roll, everybody. Yes. That was the sweetest pedophile I've ever met, right? Can we all agree on that? One more time for Evan, yeah? That was great. Fantastic.